All of us should be concerned about what's happening right now, but I think the signs that we're seeing from North Korea, they're concerned back. Now they see the international community is standing with one voice. China didn't pull off, Russia didn't pull off, and all of the Security Council and the international community said, that's enough. You've got to stop it. It's reckless, it's irresponsible, and the international community really laid down the groundwork of saying, we're not going to watch you do this anymore. Now North Korea has to respond.
UN Ambassador Nikki Haley just moments ago stating in no uncertain terms that the ball is now in North Korea's court after the latest round of sanctions. With fresh provocations from the rogue nation just today, will the U.S. and our allies be able to stop short of military action in the effort to deter North Korea's nuclear ambitions? So to answer that question, let's turn to no one else but the best, General Jack Keane, Fox News military analyst and chairman of the Institute for the Study of War. Sir, earlier today we found out that North Korea apparently, according to our sources, has moved anti-ship cruise missiles to the eastern part of the country. Apparently they've not done that since 2014. Is this to be expected since North Korea said that they were going to punch back against the U.S. after the vote on Saturday?
Yes, it is. I mean, certainly the bellicose rhetoric is part of that pattern. They may be moving this military capability, but they're not going to take military action against our allies or against the United States, to be sure, because that would clearly provoke a response that they would not be able to handle from the United States. And let me just say, listening to Ambassador Haley there, you know, the Trump team's got an absolutely first-rate national security team that they brought together, and this is one of the stars of it. I mean, she is such a strong and articulate voice, and she pulls no punches whatsoever, no matter what the issue is that she's dealing with. And I think, you know, her skill as a successful governor in South Carolina serves her well as a diplomat here in New York. Yeah.
I like the answer when I asked her if she had to twist a lot of arms, and she just simply said yes. So I guess we'll have to leave it to our imagination as to what she meant by that. One thing I didn't get to ask her, and I wish I had, and I wonder if you could comment on this, because as you know, the efforts at diplomacy are trying to stave off military action. Last week, President Trump put off a speech that he was going to be giving about China, and there were some trade sanctions, some trade actions that they were going to take against China, but they pulled that back with no real explanation. And I wonder if, in talking with China, that one of the negotiating tactics with them was to say, we will not do that in order to help you get us on the same page when it comes to this North Korea situation and the vote on Saturday. Do you think that's plausible?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely plausible. And also, China's very good at working with us. Sometimes I use the word gaming us to accomplish their national interests. But I think that this vote is testimony to the fact that the international community, to include China and Russia, know two things here. One is that this is a rapidly dangerous situation that's being created by the North Koreans and nuclearizing ICBMs. And the second thing, and this is critical, because this is what enhanced Ambassador Haley's hand when she played it. This is no longer the Obama administration of appeasement, of accommodation of the North Koreans. They know full well that this administration will not stand for a nuclearized ICBM pointing at the United States with the capability to hit it. And as a result of that, she's playing a much stronger hand with the same international community that her predecessors were playing.
What's interesting is that with Iran, the Obama administration and the Bush administration before that were trying to get trying to prevent Iran from getting to the point that North Korea already seems to be at. And so I'm curious about how we figure out a way to, you know, it's not like we can't take this away from them now. They have the technology that they have. What is the best way for us to slow them down or to prevent them from using it?
Well, I think our policy is simply this. I mean, we're going to economically sanction them using the international community to do that. And you talked about this. I mean, in the past, there's 7 other times we sanctioned, never been successful, and the players never truly vigorously executed to the fullest. This team, the Trump team, and Ambassador Haley will stay on top of it, I'm sure, as will Secretary Tillerson. They have got to ensure that these people are executing rapidly and vigorously, because the time clock is a factor here. And that's the reality of what we're dealing with.
All right, General Jack King, thank you so much for being here.
Okay, good talking to you, Dana.